to another episode of Let's Talk Boxing. I'm your girl Leti.
I'm LB.
And let's get into nonetheless Claressa Shields.
The Gwoat!
The what?
The Gwoat!
Hey, out of Flint, Michigan.
Woo!
Versus Savannah Marshall out of the UK.
Yeah.
Wow.
Go ahead, yeah, wow.
Wow. Oh shit is all I was saying throughout the fight.
Yep.
That's what I was saying throughout the fight. What a great fight. The fight of the night for me.
Oh, for both of us.
Yes, the fight of the night for both of us, for these two ladies. I'm just wow.
Yeah,
it was a great ass fight.
It was a great ass fight, and just to kind of give you guys just a peek of how we were watching the fight.
Just a little bit.
You know, we were standing up from round one. Like, you know, a lot of some people were like, oh, you know, I wanted more action in that Alicia Baumgardner and Michaela Mayer because of the beef. And I was telling her, I was like, people that are saying that, I was like, they're gonna get exactly that in the main event with the Gwoat.
Woo, guys! From round 1 to round 10, action. Yep. Claressa Shields came out. Let's talk about that ring entrance first.
You got to start there.
Give us a ring entrance vibe.
Hey, we just love Claressa and her personality. Like, you know, you can tell that she was just enjoying it. You know, she came out, she did her dance routine we had her girls in the back.
Her little dance routine, she was gigging. That was so good to see her do.
Yeah, and you don't normally see that, you know, and so I was excited to see that, and you could tell, you know, she was comfortable and she was just taking it in, and I was just happy for that moment for Claressa.
Yeah, and then, you know, just in there when she got out, she was saying, you know, 20,000 people, man, that's not a lot. She was kind of trying to, you know,
try to get her mind right.
herself mind out, because she knew that most of the people in there were obviously going to go for Savannah because they're in the UK or whatever. Yeah. So she was like, okay, that's not too many people around here I see for 20,000. But yes, clearly it was a lot of people, you know. And Claressa Shields, you want fans in the UK. I don't care what nobody says. Yep. You know, you want hella fans out there.
Yeah, well, for sure.
Go ahead.
But yeah, you know, if you watched our previous video, you already know we're supporters of her. You know, we got the blue on representing Flint, Michigan. You know, she always rocks the blue to because of the water crisis in Flint, Michigan, still not. And so she's also, you know, kind of like Wilder, you know, she brings attention to issues that need to be handled. And, you know, that's, we appreciate that, you know, and the sport is lucky to have her for that.
Yes. She the Gwoat, Savannah Marshall, even said that.
Yeah, but
let's get into the fight though. Shit, Claressa, round 1, girl, she didn't let up. She came in with fire, throwing all these punches at Savannah, overwhelming Savannah. Yeah. I don't know that Savannah was ready for that. I don't know that she thought, you know, Claressa
she said she was ready, but it's different when you're in there.
Yeah. I don't know much what to say, but damn, Claressa was just all the rounds. I felt like she was just really up in Savannah's face and not even letting Savannah get any success.
Not letting her breathe.
Right, because every time Savannah tried to do something, Claressa was popping her. So like I said, every time that happened, I was like, oh shit. Like every second of that was just like Claressa was just popping her. She was just completely overwhelming Savannah every round.
Yeah, and to kind of go off of that, she was like, Claressa really just showed how great of a fighter she is. She gave us so many different aspects of fighting. We saw her fight on the inside. We saw her fight on the outside. We saw her land nasty counter punches. We saw her fight off the ropes. We saw her back her up. We saw her fight off the back flip. Like, that's just, I mean, what other fighter you know that can do all of that?
Yeah, and she had hella defense. She was slipping and sliding. Yeah. You know, even in the ropes, how the announcers were saying, oh, she didn't get off the ropes or whatever, she was still blocking a lot of those
a lot of those shots. And, like, we were watching her out, like, during the time, they're like, oh, she needs to stay off the ropes. And we were like, I'm like, look at how calm she is. She is seeing these punches happening. And she was throwing, she was making her miss and making her pay. Yeah. And it was like, and she was landing nasty counters, like, whether she was countering with a hook, whether she was countering with a right, like, you know, she was pretty much doing it all. Everything was on full display. And I say that and I'm also gonna give Savannah Marshall some credit, because
she was
she was taking punches from round one to round 10. Clean punches.
Wow, yeah.
But she never stopped, and her spirit was never broken. She continued to fight, and she showed that grit and that heart. And we appreciate it. That's what made the fight a good fight.
Yeah, Savannah, she was taking them punches, you know. At one point, I'm like, damn, she wobbled her. Is she gonna, drop her or whatever? No, Savannah came in with the heart like, nah, you ain't putting her down. And she went through all the rounds, didn't get dropped. Taking them punches like a warrior that she is. And also to add, not only was she taking punches, she landed some good shots too. She did. But here's the thing. When she was in there with the Gwoat, she would land them hard punches, but Gwoat would come back with 2, 3, 4, 5 back. So it's not like she wasn't having success. It was just like the Gwoat was like, oh, you gonna give me that? I'm coming back with 3. You gonna have to take 3. Oh yeah, you wanna give me with that? Well, take these 5 too. Yes. Take these on the way out. Exactly. She was, she just was doing her thing.
And for everyone who's saying, women's boxing isn't exciting, man, you can't find one person who watched that fight and said that fight was not exciting. And they sold that shit out.
That's what I was going to say. Yeah. They sold that out. Even after being delayed for 5 weeks, people still came out. 20,000 people plus people watching this fight.
Everybody was watching that fight. All you had to do was look online. Everybody was watching that fight.
Yeah, and obviously, Claressa, she won unanimously the fight. And I gotta say one thing. Go ahead. I know
where you going. Go ahead.
2 things, guys. A lot of people were saying that, the fight was close and, whoop-de-whoop, and because she was on the ropes and that's what made it a little closer. Hell no. I'm tripping. Whoever's saying that. Claressa won clearly.
It was clear. It was clear.
She won hella rounds.
It was clear. I'd probably get, if I had to give Savannah, every time we were thinking dang, it's like, we'll give Savannah, but it was like we're really trying to give almost like you know what I mean. It's like, did she get it? And I was only probably 2 or 2 or 3.
2 being okay.
So
2.
So the announcers, we ain't gonna call nobody out, but somebody should have maybe got their mic cut. But good.
But let me just say what was hella funny. At the end, when they had to say, unanimous, whatever, they gave the scorecards, and then they were about to announce who won. I know you guys saw Claressa turn back and look at the announcer you better not play with me. Yeah. You better say my name.
I was like, the announcer, right? Announcer, she's like, exactly like he said, oh, I know you better not, exactly, I know you better rob me. And I was like, we were talking about the announcer. The announcer was like, man, let me make sure this shit's right. I ain't taking no punches for this. He's like, I saw this fight. You're like, you know what I mean? You're like,
so funny.
He was like, and I was like, the announcer, I was like, if that shit says Savannah Marshall, I was like, after that look he got from Claressa, he probably was like, hey, somebody else gonna have to come take my job and do this. Y'all ain't about to get me beat up out here.
Yeah, I thought that was so funny. Yeah. She looked back
you better not. You better not.
And it was clearly that, she won the fight. So congratulations to Michigan, y'all.
Gwoat.
Having an amazing fighter.
Exactly. And we talked in our previous video, just how special she is and what she means to women's boxing. She should not have to go to MMA. She needs to be compensated appropriately. And if you did, look at what they did, man. They sold it out. For everyone who said women can't sell, they deserve to be compensated right.
Yes, they do. Please, guys. We need to really, have the sport up. There's some great ass women boxers out there.
Everyone on the card, the girls on the card, they did their thing.
Yes, they really did. It was crazy. I mean, even, one of the undercards, damn, that I know you guys know what I'm talking about. If you guys watch it, she was just bleeding all kinds of blood. Her shirt turned from white to red. There was just blood everywhere, and they pushed through.
And them girls are some dogs, man.
Yeah. Not to say also that Claressa has said she couldn't see that Savannah does hit hard, which we knew, but she got to obviously be in the ring with her. She knew she was she punched hard, and I couldn't even see off the right of my eye since from the 6th round to the 8th, 9th round or something like that. And she still managed to push through. So again, Claressa, she was badass. You the Gwoat girl.
She the Gwoat for real. And you know what? And all these people are self-proclaimed. I better not ever hear no self-proclaimed. She the self-proclaimed GOAT. She is the GOAT. I don't want to hear nothing about that. I don't want to hear nothing about that.
Great.
Yeah.
But you know, based on that.
Well, before we get there, I'm gonna say this. You know, Claressa did come out and say that you know, that Savannah had mentioned something about retiring. I'm gonna say this, Savannah Marshall, please do not retire. We enjoyed, you know, Claressa was the better fighter and she won, but we did enjoy watching you, you know, and we've enjoyed watching you, you know, leading up to this fight. And, you know, there's so many good fights out there to be made for you. And so we're definitely, you know.
And who called her out?
Yeah.
Who wanted to fight her?
Okay, so yeah, let's get into who we want to see her fight next.
Who was there? I was kind of actually low-key, I don't understand, you know, kind of trying coaching Claressa in there and coming up to Savannah and saying she won next.
Yeah, so that person she's talking about is Franchon Cruz. Ooh. Man, I think that would be a fire fight. I think that would be a fire fight.
And I mean, that would be a good fight. But let's talk about Claressa. What's next for her?
Yeah. So, Claressa has always made it very clear that, you know, she can pretty much fluctuate her body to go up or go down. Me personally, I would actually like to see her move down. I want to see her move down. She talked about, you know, fighting fighters like, I think, Natasha Jonas. And I would like to see her move down and fight those fights. You know, she's also made it very clear, like, hey, Katie Taylor, I'll come down there and I'll fight you.
Ooh,
you know, and we'll meet at some, you know, either at 147. And she also called out Jessica McCaskill. That's the fight I want to see.
I mean, I would love to see that.
I would love to see the Jessica McCaskill.
I would love to see that fight because Jessica, she a beast in there.
Yeah, you know? Jessica a brawler. She talk a lot of shit. Mm-hmm. Her and her manager and now husband. You know, so I would like to see
dynamic duo.
Yeah. So I would like to see that. I would like to see that fight, or you know, I just want to see her move down. And the thing is, also, Claressa, you know, she always talks about like, oh yeah, I can cut weight, but she just doesn't like cutting weight because you know she likes to, you know, keep her body for a man. So you know, I get it, but I'm gonna say, but I think. And I honestly think, if she cuts weight, because if you look at her fight, when she fought Franchon Cruz, that was at a higher weight class.
Oh my God, that was a crazy ass fight.
It was a crazy ass fight. But when you saw her at that, I think it was at like 175, you can clearly see that she was a smaller fighter. We just saw her fight Savannah Marshall. Savannah Marshall was the bigger girl as well. So Claressa is definitely, I feel like she's fighting at these higher weights, even though she should be fighting lower. So I think if she drops down, I think we'll start seeing a lot more of those knockouts because, you know, those shots that she was landing on Savannah Marshall, imagine if she cuts her weight and goes down and she's thinking, them girls are going to get stopped.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I was like, she might drop Savannah at some point, you know.
Yeah. So I would like to see her do that because, you know, if she drops and, you know, she starts stopping these girls, man, shit gonna take off. You know what I mean? Even though it should already be taken off. But yes. But yeah, you know, everybody love knockouts. So. Mm-hmm. But yeah, you know, so I like to see that for her. Savannah Marshall, I want that Franchon Cruz. I want that Franchon Cruz. I think they're, you know, Franchon Cruz. She's undisputed. You know, she's tested. She's been in there with Claressa Shields. Both of them. This is the thing. Yeah. Both of them have power, and I think somebody going down in that one. And then somebody could get knocked out. And I think that would just be a firefight. And if you want to know how it would look, go watch Claressa Shields and Franchon Cruz, their debuts against each other.
That's insane.
Firefight.
I was just, my jaw was dropped out the whole fight. Yeah. And I'm just thinking, though, is the fight going to, we'll get to that, like how that fight's going to look with Savannah. I kind of have in mind, but we'll wait for that, I guess. Yeah, that would be a good fight.
Yeah, that would be a good fight. But shout out to the ladies, man. The ladies made this weekend amazing for us. I mean, and all the fighters, like, it was a great weekend to be a boxing fan. It felt like a holiday.
It was so fun. It's just like chilling, just watching all these fights and enjoying, you know, all these fighters, you know, again, putting their lives in the ring for us to watch. Obviously get their money, of course. But, like, we really enjoyed, you know, watching every fight. So, again, also the girls, Claressa Shields, this was my fight of the night. I know this was your fight of the night also. You guys put on an amazing ass show, and it was just, we love it and we want to see more of it. Yep. And also let us know below who you guys want to see Claressa fight next.
But that's all we got. So thanks for tuning in, y'all.
And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
Or talk your shit.